Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hey everyone, we're going to look at CGC, TLRY, APH, ACB, CRON, and RIV. Yes, I'm wearing a fake fur vest, spicing things up. Halloween costume as a goat, and it was the only thing near the computer, so there you have it. So CGC is a daily inside bar, and we saw profit taking today. Actually, before I get into it, I did put out a video of my daily live coverage that I give members, and there's a lot of my day trading in there. I think I recorded 6 individual trades. 3 of them were CGC, but it just gives you a glimpse of how I do things and how I trade. And admittedly, this was me on my absolute A game, almost close to perfection. And obviously that's not the case every day. So just want to let you all know that this is not an everyday occurrence, but that's a good example to get an idea of how I trade CGC. And on the initial pullback, you look on the 5-minute time frame and say, wow, we got no bounce to start the day. But in reality, I flipped it 3 times bullish on this pullback, and you'll see how if you check that out. So, daily inside bar. It's not surprising we saw profit today. Again, when you prevent an entire country from selling and then you open the price up 5% higher, you're going to see people lock in profit because it's artificial. Monday was artificial trading. You had a whole population of people that literally could not take profit, so they're going to take that profit when they get the ability to do so. So that's what we saw today with a lot of names seeing pullback, and CGC was one of them. So at this point, a daily inside bar with a weak close. Tomorrow, if we break 48.35, it is a bear break. From there, we look at the hourly time frame to find where our supports are going to be. Here's 48.35. The next level after that, we're looking down at 47.49, 47.05, 46.42. So those are support levels. If you're looking at the daily time frame, a big red flag would be if we lose the higher low. So we establish that higher low at 46.42. If we come down and break that level, absolutely that's a red flag. Again, every single day that we get closer to the legalization date, in my opinion, it's almost more bearish in the sense that if we don't get bullish moves, more and more people are saying, where's this run up to October 17th? This isn't what I signed up for. I'm taking my profit or I'm exiting my position right now. So we could see some despair if we do see a break of this daily pattern, and that 46.42 level is essential to hold the bulls in place, essentially. TLRY, clear bear break on the daily time frame today. We had that inside bar. We didn't break the high of the inside bar. We rejected from resistance at the open, and then we broke support of 136.88. As soon as that level broke, we ended up seeing $9 of downside, about a 7% pullback. Very significant follow through for the bears. 131.50 is support. That broke as well. There is now no support nearby. The next support level, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Nothing. There's nothing nearby. So it's 127 psychological levels. We got a level at 123.11, 115.33, but they're not clear support levels. Let's see if the hourly chart gives anything more clear. 123.11 is definitely the most clear short-term level, and then after that, it's 111.50. So a lack of support here. It almost felt like TLRY weakness when we sold off on the 5-minute time frame. We had an all-out dump. It almost seemed like the sector was seeing weakness due to this sell-off. So I'm going to continue watching correlations due to TLRY, and a big 7% down day today. And now we are going to be watching for a higher low compared to 97.12. So we have our all-time high, low of the pullback, lower high, and now we're looking for a higher low. And we're going to look for an equilibrium to play out probably into the middle towards the end of the month here of October. Bears in control short term. Hourly RSI will get close to oversold if we do see another leg down tomorrow. APH. So APH bulls showed up in a big way today. And when we were in this uptrend and on fire, significantly more so than all individual names on the 5-minute time frame, I zoomed out to the daily chart and I looked at volume, and volume was very unimpressive at that point. And I found that very unusual. It almost looked like, maybe this is one of the ETFs buying. Who knows what's going on, because we're not seeing it happen in other names, so something's up. And again, the volume was not there. And now at the end of the day, I see, okay, well, it was a pretty solid volume day. And I go to look at the hourly and I see, well, that was mostly bear volume. Not mostly, but the highest volume candlestick was the sell-off there towards the end of the day. So that's not something that the bulls want to see. They want to see increasing bull volume and decreasing bear volume, and that's just not what we see here. All in all, though, definitely a good day for the bulls considering what the rest of the space did. We did break some resistance levels. The daily chart, anything under 1869 is a lower high, and we pull back compared to that level. So at this point, the bulls are trying to establish an hourly higher low. They're hoping that 1702 is that level. If it's not, we're looking down at 1685. And again, the notable bear volume on that pullback is a little bit concerning. That's a significant pullback on the 15 with lots of profit taking. It's also a potential bearish reversal head and shoulders pattern with a left shoulder ahead. If we bounce here and form a right shoulder, the neckline support is 1702, and that would show continued pullback is coming. So most important support level tomorrow, 1702, and we'll see if that level can hold first thing. If it can, we'll be looking up at 1803 resistance. So again, bottom line, solid day for APH, notable buying pressure, but also some decent selling pressure of traders locking in that profit. ACB, not as convincing a bull break as the bulls would have hoped for, breaking over this level of 1348, could not close above it. Technically, it's pretty much a rejection, even though we did get almost 1% above that level. Not a lot of follow through just yet. So if we lose the hourly uptrend from here, which it does look like we actually have, we had the low of the day, high of the day, and then a new low of the day. So we lost that support, and the next support's down at 1286. This is an instance where I would look at ACBFF, and that's because we have more data due to it trading yesterday. Uptrend clearly lost. Look at the double top. That's why we rejected. 1050 top on ACBFF, 1050 double top, loss of the 1011 higher low support, and the trend change is underway. Only broke it by 2 pennies, so the bulls can still hold that tomorrow. Hold 1009, and the bulls will still have the upper hand if they can hold 1009. But lose 1009, and we're looking down at 10 psychological, and we're looking at another leg down of consolidation on ACB as it fills its gap on the daily time frame. So very notable double top at 1050 and attempting to hold this support level. That's the range, 1050 to 1009 to be watching tomorrow. And again, if you look at ACB, we don't really have as clear levels because we have less data with one less trading day. So 1360 to 1306 is the range that we're watching on ACB in tomorrow. And if we break 1306, 1286 is the level we're watching after that. Cron, I mean, how many videos have we been saying Cron is the lead bear? And it just continues to follow through every day with a lower high and lower low. Didn't get that lower. Actually, we did by a penny. So that's just another day. Now 6 in a row. Lower highs and lower lows. We closed at the low of the day. Setting up for a bottom fishing play with 926 support. And we are only 6 cents above that level. So if making a bullish entry tomorrow, I would probably stop myself out if 926 broke. It's a very low risk trade because you would get stopped out after just a couple pennies of a loss, but it gives you the possibility of the bulls to turn it around off of that support and see significant profit. So it's a very clear hourly downtrend. One thing I love about clear trends is there's no fake outs. Lower highs every single bounce attempt, and the most recent one I'm looking at is here at 972. Anything under 972 is just a lower high. Support of 932 and 926, and we'll see if we break down to lower lows first thing tomorrow. And it's pretty much all about 926 and 972. If we bounce and cannot break 972, that will just form an hourly lower high to be keeping an eye on from there. And it's worth watching the trend change. Again, APH was a laggard here, and it showed up out of nowhere on this bull move. Look at the hourly. So we had some clear hourly lower highs. They broke and we got follow through. Let's see if Cron plays the laggard game, but we have to change the hourly trend because this hourly downtrend has been very clearly intact at this point for a couple weeks, and I'm going to be watching it. I'm going to write it down live on recorded video right now to be watching it into tomorrow for an hourly trend change. That's the only way I will have interest in playing CRON. RIV, this is a good one to watch because the bulls showed up today, but they didn't get follow through. Notice the bull volume spike, but an upper wick of profit taking. So we had a significant bull move, but look at these shorter term time frames to tell us that the bears came out on top. We have a beautiful equilibrium. High, low of the pullback. This is the 15-minute time frame. Lower high, pretty much a double top. Higher low, lower high, clear bear break at the end of the day. Losing 574 was a bear break. Losing 560 confirms the bears are getting follow through. And at this point, that's more pullback than the bulls would like to see. And it's essentially best case scenario for the bulls heading into tomorrow is to hold the low of 529 And then on a bounce, we would look for a lower high. The size of this pullback is significant enough that an equilibrium would be the most likely scenario rather than just continuation. So have to hold 529. That's a potential bottom fishing play into tomorrow as well. And then we would see a bull move and look for the lower high on the hourly and a tightening range likely into the end of the week. But worth keeping an eye on, because once this hourly trend does change, we could move very quickly. Obviously, we saw that today, 529 up to 612. That's a huge move in such a short amount of time, but the bulls could not hold those gains as we did see significant profit taking. So watching the trading today, obviously we had the catching up of the US names and the Canadian names, and that made trading a little bit awkward. It made CGC's pullback a little bit weird as the arbitrage was going on between the two different exchanges, Canada and the US, but it almost looked like the names that were correlated to the S&P 500 were held down a little bit more. The names that are listed on NYSE and NASDAQ. It looked like TLRY, Cron, and CGC had a harder go of things, probably due to a stronger correlation to the S&P 500 than APHQF and ACBFF. And that just may be bots. So we know there's bots trading everywhere, and the bots that are trading the names on NASDAQ and NYSE are going to have built-in correlations to the S&P 500, and perhaps the names on the OTC are not seeing the same amount of bots or the same significant amount of volume from those bots to correlate as significantly. So we had ACB earlier in the day, and we had APH earlier in the day, much more bullish than the names that are listed on the NYSE and the NASDAQ. So just something to keep in mind. Always watching the S&P 500. It is at risk for a potential bear flag on the daily time frame. If this bear flag follows through on the daily and we drop to lower lows on the S&P 500, it's going to really deflate any possibility of this bull run into October 17th. And again, once October 17th comes around, then what? Then we're just waiting for news releases to hope to spark the momentum back into the sector for the bulls. That's not a scenario that I personally like to be in. I hate having to hope for news for my trades to work out. So again, let's just be cautious out there. Let's utilize these time frames and the clear support and resistance levels and clear trends, and let's not rely on news to hope to bail out any bullish positions that may be in the red. I hope you're all doing well. We'll check back in. Again, check out that live video. Well, it's no longer live. It's recorded. You get the idea. Do some good things. See you tomorrow.